is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
This is Mick Shots, streaming live on DallasCowboys.com and the official Dallas Cowboys app. Now, here are Bill Jones, Everson Walls, and Mickey Spagnola.
Go! Go! Dallas Cowboys! It's the go team of the senior pros. Let the whole world hear our bugles blow. Stand up!
Let's go. Do you think people in the symphony ever watch the conductor?
Yes.
They got their music.
They have to know when to play, right?
It's a you know, it's like cluing. I can see the quarterback and the wide receiver. You can do both. That's how you do it.
Okay.
You have to.
Wow.
It is a fabulous Fight Song Friday, and
yes.
Is that we're just going to play one fight song? Is that all we're going to do today?
Oh.
No, you got to work that out with Chris, man.
We got to have multiple ones.
I was just going to think.
You know what I listen to?
Fight songs.
You know what I listen to on the drive-in?
Huh.
I listen to multiple fight songs.
Okay.
Get ready for my college football weekend.
Who played Barry Switzer?
Do what now?
Did Barry Switzer was on today or something?
No, I played fight songs.
Oh, you
I
just
listened
played
to fight
the
songs.
fight song.
I listened to fight songs on my drive-in.
How many fight songs do you have?
Well, there's
Cowboys,
like on Spotify
Oklahoma.
or whatever. Just
He's got two.
Yeah.
He's got two.
So I had to play.
So that's the songs.
So I had to play my Boomer Sooner, and I played my Texas Fight, the Eyes of Texas, and I got goosebumps driving in because this is the best football weekend of the year, baby. Here it is. We got a job to do, and we're going to do it, baby. That was Barry. Remember Barry?
Yeah.
Okay.
Barry was funny yesterday.
Man, what a great weekend, though.
I heard him and Boz on the show together.
Oh, yeah?
I sent it to both of you guys. That he was on right now. I texted it to you, but
I know.
Spags got it.
I was doing something at that time.
He was talking about how good Bosworth was from the area, of course. And then
Irving MacArthur, my alma mater.
That's right. So he ended up
MacArthur Cardinal on a 2-8 high school team.
He's running on and on. And he goes, yeah, he probably would have won something, but he took too many damn steroids.
You know,
I mean, he just said it right there, you know. And I'm pretty sure Boz was on the line when he said it.
Was it the Orange Bowl he got disqualified from?
Yeah.
I covered that.
And he wore the T-shirt.
And the T-shirt.
Communist. NCAA, National Communist Against Athletes.
And I had to
like that.
And that's
count
kind of
for that in my story.
According to these guys, that's when he and Barry had the little split.
Yes.
Momentarily. He didn't bury
See, this is an educational show for those under the age of 50, maybe 45 or 50.
For sure.
It's just like I did
under
a story.
40.
I caught up with the Texas quarterback, Quinn Ewers. He was home last weekend. And one of the things I talked to him about,
You talked to him?
yeah, and he is going to be starting for Texas tomorrow. And but he did that Dr. Pepper Fansville spot with the Boz.
Oh wow!
So
right.
It was cool, and he was talking. It was really well done because they were. Boz was the sheriff and Quinn Ewers was the deputy, and he was calling for his backup. And Quinn said, "I don't need a backup. I proved that last year. We went to college. I don't care if he does have great hair and famous relatives. I don't need a backup." But it was hilarious. But anyway, so we were talking about it, and I put that in the story. And I felt like, well, I need to explain to people who the Boz is, because people under the age of 45 have no idea.
Well,
Who is this Boz character.
In the commercial, they had to explain who yours was, too.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
because they showed him turn around and his name was on the back of the jersey.
Deputy Quinn
Because
Ewers.
no one would have recognized
I
who
don't
he
know
was.
what he looks like.
But that's how those commercials are now, right?
Yeah.
When they're using athletes.
Now they're with the NIL, the college athletes can be in the commercials and making money off of it. And
you
stuff,
just need to put their names somewhere.
That's
or
right.
Say
You
it.
don't know who they are. But
so did you hear the Barry story that Jerry told this morning?
No, I did not.
He was talking about Barry and how gracious he was during his career and tried to help people and stuff. And he said, there was one time when he was driving somewhere and he stopped at a gas station and there was some guy there didn't know who he was, and asked him, "Hey, man, I just need enough money to get a tank of gas."
Yeah.
So Barry buys the guy a tank of gas, and he goes into the convenience store or whatever, and thought, well, that wasn't enough. And he comes out, and the guy was gone. And Jerry says, Switzer gets in the car, hightails it down the road, catches up with the guy, and says, "You know what? That just wasn't enough." And he said he handed the guy $1,000.
Damn, we walk around with that wad on him. God damn.
Well, when you got to pay players,
That's right.
you never know when you have some
You
cash.
know what? ATM, let me get $1,000 and go catch this guy.
You think it was Barry's $1,000 he gave him?
No,
it was
no.
some alums $1,000.
Yeah.
He was, but you know what?
Probably had a little surplus right there next
That's
to
right,
him.
just left over from recruiting.
He was amazing. The names he remembered, the parents of players.
That is
his
what
that
they
he
talked about
remembered.
yesterday about
Just
what
amazing.
you said yesterday. He's 87 years old, guys, and he had just finished talking, and he rambled. You know how he goes.
Yep.
He rambled, and so they were like, "Guys, you guys listening? He's 87 years old, and he remembers everything."
Yeah,
That's what they were talking about.
Yep.
got one of those photographic memories.
yeah.
He'll probably tell you the phone numbers of the guys he was
He
recruiting.
definitely knows the high school mascots.
Yeah, right.
It was one thing I came across the other day, and he had died, I think, a couple of weeks ago. John Amos, Good Times.
Yes.
His father on Good Times, JJ's dad. And he played football at one point. If I'm not mistaken, he tried out for the NFL. And I don't know if it was the Cowboys or if it was when the Tex was in Los Angeles. He may have tried out for the Rams or something.
Okay.
And when he got cut from the team, he chose to write a poem about the Turk.
Oh, really?
The Turk is
Yeah.
the guy.
You better explain it.
Yeah, well, the Turk, I think he's got the sword, and he cut, he cuts your head off or something. I don't know, but he used it because it was symbolizing guys getting cut.
The guy that came and told you the bad news.
Yeah. And so he asked Tex Schramm if he could read the letter in front of the guys after he got cut.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he did that, and they said that it was amazing. I don't know why Tex allowed him to do it, but it was amazing that what he wrote, and they said that was the first step of him going into Hollywood.
Huh.
But at one point,
That's a good one.
he did try out, I believe it was for the Los Angeles Rams, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, on his Wikipedia page, he was signed a free agent contract with the Denver Broncos of the AFL in 1964. And then Amos later signed a free agent contract with the Kansas City Chiefs, and that was 1967.
So
It might have
But there were a number of teams in the
had to be the
meantime.
Cowboys.
it might have been the Chiefs.
Yeah, Hank Stram told him, "You're not a football player. You're a man who is trying to play football." So Hank Stram was the Turk for the Chiefs, I guess.
Well, I think it may have been Hank Stram.
Yeah, Stram instead of Schramm.
He allowed him to read that letter.
There you go.
I meant to tell you guys about that last week, but you got some of the blaxploitation actors that actually played football. Bernie Casey, who was
remember that.
Bernie Casey played for the Kansas City Chiefs. He was a tight end. They showed him catching the pass on video. So I just thought it was interesting how John Amos kind of brought all of that back to memory in regards to how many of those guys actually tried to play football.
I think it was, I don't know if it was when you were there. Coach Myers was the guy that was the bearer of bad news.
Yeah, he was the Turk.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he enjoyed his job way too much. He enjoyed his job way too much. If you're sitting on your helmet during practice, $25. That's a fine. $25. So he'd go around, especially during rookie camp. These guys are rookies, man. They're not even making any money yet. So obviously, it's a lot of free agents because that's what the Cowboys do. They bring in a whole bunch of them. So Jimbo is up there, chalking up, fines over and over again if you happen to accidentally sit on your helmet. He was also the guy that came around and he checked the bed. He did the bed checks.
And he would hide behind trees.
So they said that one time Too Tall did him even better. Too Tall tried to be a tree. when he got caught trying to sneak out. So you could just imagine too tall, 6'7", or whatever he was, 6'9", standing up there trying to freeze and be a tree.
Did you ever hear Charlie Warther's story?
No.
His rookie year?
No.
He said, they got through training camp, and I think they were basically back in Dallas, and it's the cut day, and he gets the knock on the door, and it's Coach Myers. And he said, well, Charlie, thought you had a good camp, but there's only so many guys we can keep. We're going to have to let you go. And Waters said, I'm sitting there going, oh, my God. He goes, what's the rest of my life? What am I going to do? And he's moaning and groaning. And a couple hours later, he gets a phone call, and Coach Myers says, Charlie, never mind, I made a mistake. And Charlie said he used some cuss words, right?
He did.
And Coach Myers goes, hey, youngin', you don't talk to me like that. Told him he was God.
Nah, Jimbo he liked his job way too much. I just have to say that.
All right,
we got a game?
Yeah, we do. Cowboys and Lions Sunday, 3:25. It's a big day on Sunday. You know why?
Because?
Somebody's birthday Sunday.
Yours?
Nope.
Not mine.
Will McClay. They didn't ask Jerry Jones on the
No, they did not.
radio this morning?
Not that I heard.
Jerry's birthday.
Oh, that's right. It's October
13th.
I forgot
Today's the
about
11th.
that.
Am I the only one who knows that they're playing
No,
on Jerry's birthday?
I knew that. I just needed to be reminded.
You
I didn't know they were playing on it.
It's Will McClay's birthday as well.
Gives a crap.
Okay, Producer Supreme.
Well, I've already got a quote in my column from Jerry for today, so I might just put comma is
Okay,
82.
82. Jason Witten years old.
All right.
Okay. And Will McClay's birthday.
He ain't 82.
Well,
Might be.
Same day?
that's what. Who said? You said that, right?
What's that?
No, Producer Supreme told me that Will McClay's
They have the
birthday.
same birthday.
Wow.
Will McClay and Jerry Jones have the same
Wow.
birthday.
Yeah.
What are the odds? Pretty cool.
Let's see. Let's figure those odds.
Maybe 30 years.
That's
30
pretty
years
cool.
later.
Pretty cool to be in the position he's in, and they have the same birthday. That's
I got the same birthday as Michael Parsons.
I have the same birthday as Denzel Washington.
Oh wow! You just
I've been saving
we're
that
just one
I've
up
been
in each
saving
other.
up for 3 years.
Hey, Bill, I would love to see you come off the edge.
Oh man! But I
And
didn't know
Mickey
that
didn't
either.
even
That's
laugh.
very cool. Yeah, Michael Parsons. What about you, Mick?
Who do you share a birthday?
I
with?
don't remember anybody right offhand.
Okay.
I know it's something, but don't remember.
You're December 11th, right, Mick?
Yeah, it might be Tyron Smith.
He's around there. Okay, let's get
It was
into
close.
Cowboys-Lions talk.
Who cares? I'm having fun.
I got us off track by
I'm
saying
having
it's
fun.
Jerry's birthday.
Hey, I'm
They
with the
need to
Turk.
have a
I was talking about the
birthday
Turk too. That was
celebration.
on me too. So yeah.
All right. You want to
Well,
come
speaking-
back and start focusing on the
Well,
Lions?
let's do that. And
Okay,
I'll,
we'll
I'll
be
bring
back.
you
in-
back with what
this is
Jerry
a big
said.
tease coming up here. What Jerry says about the Detroit Lions. And Mick Shots continues in a moment.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle?
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Miller Lite is brewed with great taste and only great taste.
The Miller Brewing Company would like to issue a correction. Miller Lite is brewed to be less filling. What are you doing here?
Miller Lite tastes great.
Look, I'm just reading the script. It says less filling.
That's not what my script says.
Well, mine said.
We'd like to apologize for the previous announcers. Miller Lite is in fact less filling and tastes great. Time to shine, legal guy.
Celebrate responsibly. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Beer. 96 calories and 3.2 grams carbs per 12 ounces. Fewer calories and carbs than premium regular beer.
Back to Mick Shots.
False start.
Start number
Stop
24.
laughing. I was gonna make it. I was gonna make it.
All he needed to do was clear his throat.
That's all. I was.
All right, false start on Everson Walls.
Everson has a speech to make now.
All righty. This segment is brought to you by Yeti, the official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
All right, way to go.
Should have had that memorized.
You didn't have to read that.
Oh man!
Cowboys players walking off the practice field. There, we've got with white helmets on.
Yes.
For Sunday, getting used to those game day helmets and wearing the navy blue jersey.
Oh, is that what they're wearing?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Not the white crush or whatever they call it, color crush.
Yep, whatever it is.
All white.
No, it's they're going with the navy. You
Color
like that at home? You like
It
the
was
blue?
Color Rush, actually.
Yeah,
Color Rush. I said
Thank you.
crush.
Man, what is he talking about?
Well, I was close. Crush, rush.
That'd be the purple. Was it the orange crush of the Denver Broncos defense back in the day?
Yep.
So now, where were you going with that?
Do you like wearing
like
the blue uniforms at home?
It doesn't.
I don't care.
It doesn't matter to me.
I never cared.
Back
I
in
tried
the
to
day,
make a
I
big
never
deal
believed
about that
in
when
the-
we
in the-
played.
in the
man,
jinx
that's
or
crazy.
anything.
You remember that back in the 80s?
I know.
Yeah.
Oh no, they're making them wear blue. They're
Right.
gonna lose.
The teams would actually make us wear blue.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, what do you think? I mean, come on. Are we that fashion conscious to where we worry
They
about
probably
color?
made you wear blue when it was still 90 degrees in September
It didn't
because
matter.
it was dark color. It was going to make you hot.
Don't matter. If it's hot, it's hot. If it's hot, it's hot.
All right, now let's get into what you need to tell us about Cowboys-Lions. What's the injury
Well,
situation?
the injury situation, it does not look good. So yesterday, Trayvon Diggs he had been listed full with an ankle, and then he was out with a illness. But I think he was going to be able to practice today. But it's a walkthrough, right? So
Okay.
I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Okay. There for a second, he said it does not look good. And then
Well, no,
Trayvon
I'm getting
Diggs, and
I'm
he's
getting
got
to
it.
the
Okay. All right.
Eric
but
Kendricks.
Trayvon is not the concern.
Eric
okay.
Kendricks has not practiced either day, and Jerry answered it by kind of like we'll see. So, I mean, you're talking the guy that runs the defense, that makes the calls.
Neck injury?
Shoulder. Calf shoulder. I think it's more the shoulder than anything else. So I would say at this point, he's got to be pretty questionable, if that.
He's playing.
Zach Martin was back, a rest, and then it was back. But Jerry said, I don't see it to be a factor, so I would think
He's playing. Okay.
he's playing. Mike has
It's funny how.
You just don't want to tell anybody anything.
Well, the coach should be doing this, shouldn't he?
Well, he did it on the. Oh, Mike doesn't like talking about injuries at all. None.
But that's his job.
But
it
no,
should be his job.
well, he doesn't.
Say you tell the owner,
He
hey,
talks
hey,
around-
Jerry.
No,
can you
he
get-
doesn't tell the owner. The owner just gives the
Thank you for
best
clarifying
injury
that, by
report
the
he
way.
could do, right? Parsons hasn't done anything. I would imagine he's out. But again, the two backups for Kendricks would be Damone Clark and Nick Vigil. And Vigil hasn't practiced all week with a foot injury.
How did he get injured? He played in the game?
I think in the game, yeah.
Okay.
So that all doesn't look good. Deron Bland returned to practice this week, and he practiced fully on Wednesday and Thursday. We'll see what they say on Friday. Mm-hmm. He was like, yeah, I think I'm good, but we'll have to see. So it sounded like that one was going to go to the end of the week.
He'll play.
Which, by the way, and he kind of pointed it out when I asked him, the three of those guys have not been on the field together.
Mm-hmm.
Diggs, Bland, and Jordan Lewis.
Yeah, we talked
because of the injury. We talked about it yesterday. And other than that, those are the guys that, we know DeMarcus Lawrence is on IR, so he's out. Parsons out, I would imagine, and then we'll see what happens with Bland and Kalen Carson, by the way. So I would imagine they're.
And what's
Kalen's
update? What's Kalen's update?
It was fully practiced.
Okay,
but it didn't sound like he did much yesterday. Mm-hmm. Talking and when the coaches or Mike answered the question, it was, we'll have to see where that goes. So, Amani Oruwariye is going to get his last.
He played every snap last week.
I loved him. I loved it.
I think he's got
played
one
well.
One more elevation. Lawson needs to be elevated. So I don't know if that means somebody goes on IR.
He needs to be activated, not elevated. But he needs to go get. He needs to be signed to the 53.
He's got to be signed to the 53.
So they need to make a 53-man roster move to make room for him.
And I think this is the last one for Oruwariye. So at some point he's going to get put on there, I would think. So anyway. The other thing that I think came out, someone used the word dumbfounded to describe Ezekiel Elliott when asked about why he wasn't in the game.
Mm-hmm. That Zeke is dumbfounded by his role in the running game?
Yes. Okay. And I read the transcript of his interview, and he never used the word dumbfounded. Mm-hmm. So it was, I believe it was Clarence Hill. Used the word dumbfounded.
So he was speaking of he's dumbfounded.
He was characterizing the way
he wasn't quoting Zeke, but he was characterizing
the way he
Zeke.
answered the questions. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then Jerry said, "Dumbfounded is a mischaracterization." Mm-hmm. And he also tried to point out
Careless in trouble.
that that they were trying to basically make sure Zeke didn't get worn out early
we're
in
saving
the season.
Him.
We're saving him.
The quote was, "We're saving him, and we should be," which is exactly what they're doing.
Right. Exactly.
And that's what I've thought all along. It's a long season.
And
I'm not
if
saying
Dak doesn't jump on that fumble, then you would have a lot of fodder about should we have?
The narrative about Rico's
that's the first thing I thought of. Yeah. Not in terms of Zeke, but in terms of a young running back. Mm-hmm. I say young; he's been in the league for 5 years.
5 years,
but
he's young in this offense.
That's right, and he's young in getting chances.
Right,
and in that you got to hold on to the football.
And you made the decision, which was a bad decision, not to follow your blockers.
Yeah.
And so
I went back and looked at it. If he'd followed Lipke,
Lipke sealed off. He would have sealed off number 6.
It's what Schottenheimer was talking about, that he has to slow down and let things develop. Mm-hmm. Don't be in a hurry to go.
Right. Because he was clearly supposed to follow Hunter.
Yeah, you would think so. That's why the fullback was in there, right?
That's what he's there for. You have a big offensive lineman swallowing up this small DB. He was non-existent. And he would have walked in untouched.
And the guy that made the hit would have looked foolish because
he
he
wasn't
wasn't reading it. He was just doing it.
He dove in before the running back even made the cut. He was already in the air.
Yeah, he was just gambling, right?
And which is a smart gamble.
Half-yard
smart
line,
gamble,
right?
Well, that was his position,
right?
So he went all out for his role. And
your role was to make sure he doesn't dive up the middle.
Right up in the middle.
So
I mean, they pulled the guard on that play, so obviously that's where it was supposed to go.
Yes, no doubt.
And as far as the running backs go, not only with Zeke but also with Dalvin Cook, and we'll see what Dalvin
Jerry
Cook
had
has
this to say
left
about him.
in the tank eventually.
Right.
Maybe.
He said Cook is going to be material going forward.
And
he should be.
And again, it's a long season. Rico is the guy right now, and maybe Rico will continue to be the guy. We'll see. But in the long season, you get worn down or there's injuries that happen, and you have to have guys in reserve. San Francisco is a great example of it. They don't have veteran former Pro Bowlers in reserve, but their veteran Pro Bowler has been out all season, and so they've got a guy named J.P. Mason, and then he gets hurt, and they got a guy named Isaac Guerrero, who goes 76 yards to seal the game last night.
I was watching all of that.
I saw in the story it had yards rushing, and it had whatever he ended up with. It failed to point out it was one run for 73 yards.
Right.
Now he stopped before going into the. He
slid down.
He slid down, but he was also getting tackled at the same time.
But the guy was giving a tackle, but he was definitely sliding,
giving up, and trying to do the quote unquote smart thing. Well, in that situation,
we talked about that last night. He was trying to be smart,
and and that was not the smart play in that situation.
Just go score.
They had timeouts left.
Yes,
and as it turned out, the next play he got stuffed. And then on the next play, Juszczyk scores a touchdown. And I actually tweeted out, the veteran Juszczyk just showed the youngster that wasn't such a smart move.
This, right.
That's right, because you think about it, what if, and now I think that they couldn't have stopped the clock after every down, but they could have had 30, 40 seconds left on the clock. If you're kicking a field goal, you only have an 8-point lead. And they could have come down. That was not the smart move in that situation.
The smart move.
Some people, okay, I'm going to show how smart I am. I'm going to stop at the 2-yard line. No, score!
They would have been up by 2 scores.
That's right.
That's all you need. You're up by 2 scores. I don't give a damn how many timeouts you have.
Yeah. All right, Mickey, go ahead.
Also,
that was my Mick shot.
Also, in that game, when it was a 1-score game, Metcalf just blew that route running on the interception. He kept going.
Yeah, he
should have gone across.
Yes, he should have.
That's what he.
And
it looks like Gino was the one that had to take the blame.
Pretty classy.
Yeah.
Pretty classy. I mean, he couldn't stop showing his anger.
Yeah, right.
But you could tell. I was sitting with my business partner. We were like, he's mad at Metcalf.
Yeah.
He is really mad. He's trying not to show it because when he came to the sidelines, he's looking like, dude.
Did you see? Were you watching with the pad?
Then and
he hit
throws
himself
it down
in the head and then threw it down.
And he never went over to Metcalf.
Yeah,
he never, because if he would have gone over to him,
he didn't
then
say
there
anything.
would have been an altercation.
Yeah.
You can see that was an issue.
So one of the other things, since we were talking about the running backs, Jerry said when we have an effective running game, you're going to see an offense that's probably the talk of the NFL. Okay. So he was saying once they're effective,
and so how are they going to become effective?
Well, they got to keep doing what they are starting
It's not so much
to
the
do.
running backs, it's the offensive line.
That's what I'm saying.
Correct.
That's right.
So, you can bring in all the running backs you want. Mm-hmm. I'm trying to see. I guess he assumes that this young offensive line will be more mature and blossoming.
Right. If
best case scenario.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't know if we talked about it. I don't know that Guyton's ready to go. He practiced, but as I said, they better have had Tyler Smith working at left tackle and Bass at left guard.
Did he speak on Tyler?
He did not.
Okay.
He did not. He just.
I think a lot of people to speak on.
Yeah. Especially when you're just answering questions, right?
It's a lot of people.
Yeah.
Man.
But that's another one that I think we got to keep an eye on.
Is Guyton?
Guyton, yeah. And Tyler Smith. Because think about the job he did. I mean, that's amazing. And especially with Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
Because they move him. I think they move him around. He doesn't just
Unlike
stay
T.J. Watt.
on because Watt stayed on the Cowboys' right the whole time. I've seen him on the left side too, so he'll probe to see where the weak spot is. So this running game, we'll see, right? I don't know how good, Detroit's not very good, or their rankings not very good in the passing game, but sometimes on a team like that, if you can't run and you're behind, you just throw the ball and you end up giving up yards. And let's remember, they gave up, 29 points to Seattle? And Seattle, and that was at home, too. And Seattle wasn't all that last night, by the way.
And they weren't all that last week either.
No.
Right?
Or Sunday against the Giants.
So it'll be interesting.
It will be.
I can't wait to see what kind of surprises we have. They surprised me in Pittsburgh. They really did.
And what surprised you the most? Okay.
The toughness.
Yeah.
It's the toughness.
The grit.
The grit.
Which is what Dan Campbell is hanging his Lions hat on, is their toughness and grit.
It's going to be a good game.
And I don't want to hear any more about the 2-point conversion.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't either.
They asked Dak. Dak pointed out, they missed one on them the series before, meaning that there was a penalty or something that should have been called, and they didn't
You're
call
talking
it.
the Lions game last year?
Yeah.
Well,
We
if you don't,
explained it.
if the defense isn't told who's eligible,
Yeah.
then it's
not.
There's a reason why you get a penalty for that.
I mean, hey, you announced the wrong guy.
I mean, you throw the play out because the defense didn't think that guy was eligible.
Absolutely.
So it's
They act like the Cowboys got a fast one there.
right.
Oh, they're going to come in and be mad. Should be mad at themselves.
For not clearly indicating. Okay, we got our picks to click when Mick Shots continues in a moment.
The Medal of Honor is our country's highest military award for valor in combat. More than 40 million individuals have served in the armed forces since the Civil War. Fewer than 4,000 have received the Medal of Honor. The National Medal of Honor Museum will be a place to preserve these legacies and inspire America. It's being built right next door to the Dallas Cowboys in Texas. Help us honor our country's greatest heroes. Learn more and get involved at mohmuseum.org.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
Star Sports Tours is the only official fan travel partner of the Dallas Cowboys, offering exclusive game weekend travel packages with pre-game sideline access and photo ops with current players, cheerleaders, and Cowboy legends. You want to stay at a team hotel, attend the best tailgate party in Texas, tour the Star, and talk X's and O's with me, Everson Walls? With Star Sports Tours, you can. Visit cowboystravel.com to book your travel package today.
Back to Mick Shots.
Cowboys Nation, Dallas Cowboys United, presented by Globe Life, is now exclusively in the Dallas Cowboys app. Join the official fan club today and receive access to the all-new Cowboys Drops feature, team news and free pre-sale access, and fan and kid of the game. Download the app now to join.
All right, final segment before Cowboys-Lions on Sunday at 3:25. So it's time to make our picks. Anything else that you need to let us know about, Mickey, before we make our picks?
You know,
Mickey, I will let you know that you share a birthday with one of your peers, Doc Blanchard, the 1945
very
Heisman
nice.
Trophy winner.
Me and Doc.
Who?
He was a running back, right?
You got me on that.
Army, I think.
Army? Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Triple option, probably, still.
Wing T.
I saw this little note. Osa Odigizua, in the Steelers game, of the 24 pass rushes he had 12 pressures, which is not bad.
That's not bad at all. We haven't even spoke much on him.
I know.
At all.
And he's playing well.
Yes, he is. He's been the one holding it down on the inside.
Did he have to play all the snaps, too? He played a bunch. Oh, don't tell me.
I got it. How many snaps did he have? He had 42.
42 of 58.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite a bit for a defensive tackle.
They're going to be coming at him.
But, yeah.
They're going to be coming at him.
And he better. I mean, they don't need pressures. They need stop the run on a team that's averaging 151 yards a game.
Yep.
Which, by the way, I saw this note that Jared Goff needs to complete the first 7 passes of this game, and he'll break the record of
most consecutive.
And own it for most consecutive. He'll have 26 consecutive completions. He had 18 in the game, and I guess the last one he threw the previous game. So he's got 19 straight.
Gotta hand it to the guy. He could have he could have shrunk like a flower, as they say, right?
After the Rams.
Yeah, after the Rams.
Got rid of him.
Yeah. To be able to come back like that. And Bill talks about it sometimes. You just got to have the right coach or the right teammate to bring it out
both.
of you. Yeah. And they brought it out of him.
That's what all the former coaches that are talking heads now point out.
Campbell,
don't give up on the quarterback.
For Campbell to notice this, that's good on his part as well.
Mm-hmm.
To say, you know what, I still believe in you, bro. And he showed him, and he put the team around him just for him. You know, that's pretty good. A lot of people gave up on him, and smart coaches gave up on Goff.
So
that's what I'm saying.
The offensive coordinator, he got interviewed. Is it Ben Johnson?
Ben Johnson.
Ben Johnson.
Yes.
Yeah. He had a lot of interviews for head coaching jobs, and he chose to stay there.
Nice.
And so, if you have him, the head coach, then maybe you can flourish and get in the right situation.
That's right.
All right. Our picks to click. What are you going with, Everson?
You know what I'm going with. I'm going with the Cowboys.
Okay.
And I believe this is going to be a high-scoring game. I see this game shaping up a lot like the Baltimore Ravens game. I think we're going to struggle a bit to keep the running game because everyone struggles against their running game. That's going to be the norm. But I think we're going to hold on enough to where our offense can stay in the game. And if you give us a chance, just like last week and just like even in the Baltimore Ravens game, if you were giving us another chance, we're coming back, we're going to win that game. I see that same thing with the Dallas Cowboys here. I see the score being 30-28 Cowboys.
No way.
Yep, I do.
Is that what you picked?
I did.
Oh, come on. You
30
lying.
to
That's
28?
the second time in a row, dude.
I'm the fan when they asked.
Did
me. Yes. I picked 30-28.
I'm thinking 30-28.
What's the most famous 30-28 game in Cowboys history? It was the same day as the Immaculate Reception.
It was the comeback against Atlanta?
It was against San Francisco on Christmas Eve or whatever. Same day as Franco Harris and the Immaculate Reception.
Wow.
That was the Tony Fritsch behind the foot onside.
Behind the arch.
Yeah, onside kick. And Captain Comeback was born, Roger Staubach. They were down 28-16 with 2 minutes left, 2 touchdowns, and 30-28 Cowboys win.
1971,
71. 72.
Yeah, 2.
Okay.
Those 2.
Because that's when the Cowboys secondary coach was the head coach at
Dick Nolan.
Nolan, you're secondary coach, right?
Love me some Dick Nolan, man. Dick was
the Cowboys cost him the job because they beat him in those playoff games.
Dick was the coolest coach ever. He was so anti-Tom. Oh, I just could imagine them playing on the same team together. Oh, my God.
With the Giants going way back.
Could you imagine that? Yeah. Oh, my God.
He was great.
Yeah, he was. Now, hold up. My dude.
Who you got?
Ferguson. Ferguson's going to be the man again. He's going to be the man again.
Thought about him.
Mm-hmm.
I just had decided that if the Cowboys are going to win this game, they're going to have to outscore them.
Ferguson's going to have over 7 catches. He's going to have a touchdown, close to 100 yards.
Because if you think about it,
that's my entire.
And I'm doing this off the top of my head, but the Saints game was the only game the Cowboys have given up more than 4 touchdowns, right? Because Baltimore had 28. Was it 28, 25?
It was 28, yeah.
So probably 4. I think Detroit's going to score, but you got to score. And this offense right. I think it's ready to bust loose.
That's what I think also. And I think Detroit they have issues defensively, especially in the secondary. That's
right.
Okay. Now, these guys can step up and play.
Right.
And make some plays. Now, they're just no bums back there. But we have to make sure that we put them in that position to be bums.
And they're going to have to be good blocking up front because I think Aaron Glenn likes to blitz a lot and bring pressure. So they're going to have to be.
Well, they know we have a young line. Yeah. So they're going to take advantage of that.
And
who's your pick to click?
I can't remember if I did this before or not, but I'm doing it again if I did. Kevontae Turpin.
Okay.
He's going to do something.
That's good.
He's going to do something with his speed that's going to offset their problems running the ball.
Recent history between the Cowboys and the Lions. How is it shaped up? Cowboys have a streak going here.
Five straight, is it?
I think it's, I'm looking at 6 in a row.
6, okay.
6 in a row. The last time the Lions beat the Cowboys was
including postseason, by the way.
Last time the Cowboys beat the Lions was in 2013. It was a 31-30 Detroit win over Dallas. And so I'm going to go with the Cowboys winning 31-30 over the Lions. And the game is going to come down to this. The Lions are going to score to cut the lead to 31-30, and then Dan Skipper will report in as tackle eligible, and the Cowboys will stop them as Dan Campbell goes for 2 in the final seconds of the game.
I could see
and
that
the Cowboys
happening.
Hold them when the pass is knocked away. They try to throw a pass to Dan Skipper.
I can see Dan Campbell being that dogged and stubborn to where he's going to come with the same play if it's the same situation. Damn it, we're going to do this. We're going to show them to do it the right way. This is how we do it in
Cowboys
Detroit.
win 31-30, and my picks to click are CeeDee Lamb, the Oklahoma Sooner.
This is his weekend.
And DeMarvion Overshown, the Texas Longhorn.
This is their weekend.
That's right. That's right.
You know, the Cowboys might have an advantage on field goals, too, by the way, because their guy has made 5 of 5, but all 5 were 39 or less. So 2 from 20 to 29, and all 3 from 30 to 39.
All of Aubrey's are from 59 or more.
And they have, by the way, scored 13 touchdowns in 4 games.
Oh, wow.
So
that's impressive.
That's pretty good. 100, and they've totaled 104 points.
So last week, who got the closest? Last week.
I think.
Well, I'm just score-wise.
2 of us had 23-20.
I had 19-16.
I had 23-20. Then you talked me out of it because
I said it. You changed?
I changed because you said you had it already. That's true. I'm not changing this week.
I had 19-16.
19-16.
Cowboys.
2017. Well, we all had
the score of the game was what?
2017. We all had the spread right.
Who had the Cowboys winning?
I did.
We all did.
I did too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who came
Since
closest?
you didn't go over, I'd say you got the closest.
Because he went 19.
Since you didn't go over.
No, what'd you say?
We went
19-16.
Oh, 16.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was still a 3-point margin.
1 under and 1 over.
So we were right on.
Right on.
Yeah.
We're going to be right on again this week. I got 31-30, and you two have 30-28. Wow.
So we should finish it with everyone saying, "Go Cowboys."
Yeah, we done.
I think that's it. I think we did it. Okay.
All
right. There's one other little note on the Texas OU. Who are the running back coaches for Texas and Oklahoma?
Oh, I have no idea.
Former Cowboys. Tashard Choice.
Yes.
Tashard Choice.
Yes, my daughter loves to follow him. Yeah.
And who, by the way, coached Jahmyr Gibbs at Georgia Tech.
Did.
He's got a half dozen running backs in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. He's like the running back whisperer. Yeah.
And the running back coach at Oklahoma?
Oh, Murray.
DeMarco Murray.
Wow. That was my guy.
Yeah.
Man, he was so good. Well, we were rolling back then. We had him, too. That was fun watching that guy run the ball.
And tell you what.
The Seattle game in Seattle that time, just watching him just run over them, they made that Seattle defense look like they were just elementary school kids. Loved that.
Tell you where
he could run that ball.
Tashard Choice is on the pecking order. This past spring, when Sarkisian came to get that award, it was some sort of coaching award at the Ford Center.
Tashard
was in tow.
Yeah.
He was with.
Nice.
Yeah, and I said, "Oh, he is."
You know, Tashard's a great recruiter.
Yeah.
Oh, he's such a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Oh,
And one of the original members of the Big Green Notebook, by the way.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Did a scouting report on?
Oh, definitely. No
Impressed?
doubt.
You impressed?
I loved him. Yeah, and I loved him as much for the
his energy.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Well, he's got a magnetic personality too.
Yeah. All right.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
We're back on Monday and then switch crews on Tuesday and Wednesday.
Bye week coming
so
up.
Monday,
we're
here.
We're here.
Yep.
And then Tuesday
What
through
time
Friday.
are you going on?
I'm going to be 2 o'clock if I'm not
You're
mistaken.
2 o'clock.
With Nate and Jesse with no eye.
And Mickey and I are going to be on, as usual, noon on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday.
And you'll have Jess with you.
Jess and Kurt Daniels.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right.
Very good. Enjoy your football weekend, and we'll see you again on Monday.
Go Cowboys.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?